If you're a lineman in charge of keeping the lights on, Grainger understands that you go to great lengths and sometimes heights to ensure the power is always flowing, which is why you can count on Grainger for professional-grade products and next-day delivery, so you have everything you need to get the job done. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, girl. Hey, gay.
Happy holidays, honey.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Girl, this does not post until January, the blah, blah, blah. But happy holidays.
It might be, by the time it posts, it might be my birthday.
Actually,
so that's a holiday too, honey.
This is going to be close to your birthday, yes.
Yeah, so it's a holiday too. I mean, I don't really celebrate it all that much, but it's a holiday.
Me either. You know, like maybe whenever I'm 50.
Maybe 50. Would I?
Girl, you know what we should do?
Oh my God.
As each one of us turns 50, we should like travel to their city and like paint the town purple.
Oh, girl. I mean, ours is already a shade of puce, so it won't take
Girl,
that much.
not puce. Why is it not? It's because of that. We sat through that damn movie. That damn movie. How dare you bring the Santa Claus? Next year, we should actually probably do a Christmas movie because we've done 2 years without one. Now, next
Can
year
we do that one with the strippers that everybody's been talking about?
No, we're
the one on Netflix with the stripper.
No, girl, we're gonna do Handcuff for the holidays. One Melissa Joan Hart bonks AC Slater over the head and kidnaps him. How's that?
I'm game for whatever, right? That weird Netflix one where the snowman comes alive and he's ripped to shreds.
So did you ever watch Schitt's Creek?
Yeah,
that's him.
No, I realized that, but it's just.
Did you?
So
have you ever watched Trixie and Katya Like to Watch on YouTube?
I've just watched their like talk show, like where they just talking.
Okay, no. So you need to find Trixie and Katya Like to Watch. They take 30 to 45 minutes and watch like something on Netflix.
Okay.
And comment on it. Like,
how many shows can they make at this point?
I think they've let kind of go to the side. But then again, is really easy to film because they film like all of them in one day.
That's true.
That's true. But Trixie Katya Like to Watch is so good. There's also one with Katya and Tammy Brown Trixie and Tammy Brown sitting there. Like,
you had me at Tammy Brown.
Girl, just go back and watch because they watch things that you're never going to watch.
You had me at Tammy Brown.
I love Tammy Brown. Like, I adore.
That's all I needed. Apparently Tammy Brown is doing another show too now. I can't remember who is the other queen, but literally like the theme song is just Tammy. Like, I hope we come back for another day. Like, it's very.
Dear listeners, if you don't know who Tammy Brown is, look her up. She is our style of drag in that she is so disconnected from drag.
She is our RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star. She was the very first person to come through that show, right? She came through that show and she's like, I am going to stay me. I'm going to be me. I do not care if I go home first. I'm not
and
changing.
She didn't go home first.
She never went home first either season.
She didn't go home second either, did she?
She lasted.
Yeah.
So to this day, like, she is. I don't care who comes through Drag Race and all 1,000 seasons of it. There has never been another queen like Tammy Brown who was so unapologetically kooky and just said, "Live with it. I'm not changing."
Yes. And RuPaul hates it, right? Like that's the thing. My husband and I were talking today about there are certain drag queens who, and this is from Alaska Thunderfuck, that there are certain drag queens who, you know, RuPaul would never make it anywhere on RuPaul's Drag Race because eventually Michelle Visage would say something like, well, next time do pretty.
Yeah. Yes.
Like Juno Birch is one of them. Juno Birch would always be just
Juno Bird. Juno, because Juno is a brand.
exactly. It's one thing that I think that the UK and Canada allow a little bit more of, right?
Look at Danny Beard, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, maybe not the best example.
I'm just saying,
there.
like they never said anything. They never really clocked the fact that Danny always has the same face.
More like a Kitty Scott Claus, but with talent. There we go. A bag of chips. They never.
A bag of chips. She's doing so well over there. They have her in commercials.
When
we were pirating the last season of the Great Pottery Throwdown.
Shh. When you were legally paying for.
No, we weren't. This wasn't even. We didn't illegally download it. I just used a VPN. So technically, I wasn't even technically pirating. I was just using a VPN.
There you go.
So right, but multiple commercials. They love her. They love her for advertising over there.
Yeah. Cheddar gorgeous.
Oh, Cheddar.
But again, Cheddar was pretty sometimes.
Sometimes she did do pretty.
Licorice Black, dear listeners, this is going all over the place.
We've gone into a drag hole.
I don't know if you know this, but Licorice Black has made a lot of that shit, a lot of the dresses. I did not realize. Yes, she made Cheddar Gorgeous' pansy dress. She made most of Tia Coffee's winning look. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There's.
I was wondering what changed. That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Because that Tia Coffee wardrobe was very different than the first go around.
Wasn't it though? Dear listeners, we have taken a tour here.
Sorry, listeners, we're gay. This happens sometimes.
Are we?
I mean, gay enough.
Girl, have you seen? Speaking of, before we get on with this, have you seen
practice
the gummy popsicles?
The gummy popsicles.
Trolley, who makes gummy worms. They make gummy popsicles. They are the lewdest thing I think I've ever seen because they are floppy and frozen.
What? They made a floppy frozen popsicle?
Yes. What is his name?
That's interesting.
Where's that homo I follow online?
Which one?
Elliot Norris. He's a foodie gay. I'm getting ready to send you something.
Foodie?
I'm getting ready to send you something on Instagram.
Okay.
I want the live reaction. I said to Auntie Maim, I want the live reaction as you watch this mess.
Okay.
There you go. I need you to watch for a few seconds while you see this. There we go.
Okay. All right. Wait
okay. But yeah, dear listeners, by the time this will probably be all over the place.
Stop.
Yeah, is it not? You need to go a little bit farther in where he actually takes the first lick of them. And
my God, him rubbing them together. Stop doing that.
Don't they look like dildos? Or
they look like those dildos that don't have the cores to them?
Yeah.
He should be ashamed of himself. Confusing but delicious. So is this video.
Uh-huh. Yeah, mate. So you're gonna try them?
I am. I love gummy stuff. You know that.
It tastes. They're very sour.
I like sour stuff too.
Okay.
That's
why we're friends, dear listeners.
This boy. I totally see why you follow this boy. He has you written all as I scroll through the feed. I'm like, oh my God. Of course, Mims follows this person. I don't want to say you got a type, but oh boy, do you got a type.
He's Jewish Tunisian.
Of course he
is. Who grew up in France. Yes, ma'am. What would you have? I don't have a type.
That's not true.
Easy. Girl, I have so no. It's not a type.
No,
It's
you have many, but there is one type that's a very clockable type. And as soon as I started scroll, because from the neck up, I was like, oh, he's a kid. But I started scrolling, I was like, it all makes sense. It all makes complete sense. There's nothing wrong with it.
Maim. Speaking of semi-chubby, fairly hairless men with brown eyes and blonde hair. Did you know that we have a Patreon? That's right, dear listeners. If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money.
I wouldn't say semi. Yours is more like partial chubby. It's not even semi chubby. It's partial.
Yeah,
it's like just enough meat there, right? That there's no definition, but that's about as far, right? Because, there's a little bit of handle to grab onto, little things like that. Also, paleness seems to be another pretty recurring.
However,
unless they're Latino. Like they can't be white leaning and look like George Hamilton, right? But they can have the same build and be Latino. It's a very specific gray zone.
I just want you to look your ethnicity.
Look like what you are. Don't
Hey,
be confusing.
We got another podcast. It's called You Slavey. It's a Murder She Wrote podcast. Hey, Maim, merchandise and other things. You can follow us. You can learn about what we're doing at MimsandMaim.com. Maim, do you know what I love?
You love a 5-star review.
I absolutely do. We aren't getting any right now because right now our Christmas episode's playing. This is season 6.
Partial chub.
This is... What did you just say? Personal
and
chub.
a partial shub.
This is season 6. Episode 9. Just say dough.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out. The lights went out. The lights went out. The lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
God, girl. God. Can't believe
We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. We didn't. Hey, man, we're at Sugar Bakers.
Sugar bacon.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, Mary Jo was here. I did think of something. There's an exception to that body type.
Okay.
I'm pausing a second. We're back. I killed. I threw warning shots across Maim, and I think one grazed her.
Oh, girl, they didn't graze me, girl. It got me in the throat.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
So Mary Jo's here.
Hey, girl.
Her brother Skip is from Kentucky.
Have we ever heard of this character, by the way?
No.
Ever? Okay, I was making sure. I was like, I don't remember us ever even knowing she had a brother.
No,
before.
I mean, I don't think so. Who
in
knows?
5 seasons.
I know. What? Well, he's not the sensitive type. He's a real bubba.
Oh, we know those.
Going back to the type. But not, they must be under the age of 35.
I wasn't gonna say that one out loud.
Well, no, look, they gotta be over a certain age.
No, I know that. I mean, everybody knows that.
Oh God. Oh, speaking of girl, you remember how I texted you about that white show that I was thinking that we should do? Do you know which white show I was even talking about?
No.
Gilmore Girls.
No.
Have you ever seen it?
I've watched half of an episode. No, thank you.
I think we should.
Absolutely.
I think you would actually, as it gets going, you would actually really enjoy it. Sally Struthers, girl.
Girl, Sally Struthers is on a new show. Let's watch the new show she's on.
No. Oh, and have you watched Laid yet? With Sarah Sue in it? Laid.
No.
It's new on Peacock. It's got Sarah Sue from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, the girl who kills all of her exes or boyfriends.
We watched first episode. It's fantastic.
I came up the other day. I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. Yeah.
It's fun. Well, it's got the girl from Girls.
Did you watch the one with the lady from Reno 911?
No.
Her and David Alan Grier. They're doing like the hospital comedy.
I don't like David Alan Grier that much.
Well, the show's pretty funny. I mean, he's not our major character, but it's a pretty funny show. St. Dennis, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It's very it appeals to our upbringing.
Okay.
Very much so.
Well, there's a barbecue at Mary Jo's tonight for everybody to meet each other.
Oh, we get to meet Skip. Oh.
Yeah, Allison is a no because she's moving all of Anthony's stuff outside because she's got a new treadmill coming in.
Linda's still milking that joke.
Uh-huh.
We could have just completely done with that plot line and just not even thought about it.
Yeah, I know. Anthony's here, and we find out Bernice is coming to the barbecue.
Yeah.
But Anthony also says he will definitely be there because he mined his bedroom.
He did what?
Like land mined his bedroom.
Oh, okay.
And
somebody better tell Vanessa, girl.
Girl, she ain't even in the show no more. What you talking about?
I mean, we don't know where Vanessa's. We don't know what's happening with Vanessa. She could be on the low. They could be doing stuff on the side. We're not. You know.
You mean he's on the low?
Don't put me in that spot.
Well, Carlene is Julia says she's tired of people saying the word but. So Carlene's opened up a cuss box, and you put a nickel in every single time you cuss. And her church actually paid for a trip for everybody to go to France when they did it.
That's on brand.
Mm-hmm. Look, Catholics don't care about cussing.
Oh no, I learned that early.
It was after church one day, and my Sunday school teacher was outside, and we were just chit-chatting. I loved her. I loved her. She was one of the best. She got it. She got religion the way that I think I get religion, you know.
Okay, good.
And she was talking about somebody, and we were talking about poor people, and she was like, you know, sometimes you just have to give them the fucking money because you don't know what the fuck they need. Even if it's drugs, they just need the fucking drugs to keep going. You just give them the fucking money. That is what Jesus would want you to do and not ask for any kind of goddamn stipulations on it. I was like, yes, ma'am, you got a point. And I was like, but you realize there were actually in the church parking lot, technically this hallowed ground. And she looked at me and was like, Jesus doesn't give a fuck what I say. And I was like, oh my God. You are absolutely right. Or doesn't give a fuck about my language, excuse me. You are absolutely right.
Girl.
Uh-huh.
Girl.
That, my dear, is the Catholic way.
That was a very I'm Roxy Andrews and I'm here to say kind of moment.
Let me put on blackface real quick.
You mean bronzer, girl.
Girl, there comes a point where you put too much bronzer on, and it's just right there to a minstrel show. You know, I got a question for you. Let's analyze that real quick. The way she moves, has she moved on into a minstrel show? Because to me, that's appropriation.
It's more like a minstrel burlesque show.
It's the worst of both worlds.
I'm not saying anymore so I don't get run out on the rail in Florida. So
Well,
don't even
she's
say-
an Orlando queen, not a Miami queen. You're fine.
They love her all over the state, all over it. Remember, she got children everywhere.
Well, Skip is taking Quentin deer hunting, girl.
Gross.
I know. Well, there's some car noises and a BMW sliding in outside.
BMW, you say? Ooh.
Yeah, I know, with a gun rack in the back.
Oh, that is erectile dysfunction on lock.
Erectile dysfunctional? Oh, yeah, I got you. I got his erectile
It's a
dysfunction.
running advertisement for erectile dysfunction.
It still works. So Quentin walks in with a mullet.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's very early 90s though, isn't it? Like
It is.
It's on brand.
And Skip's here. He's just a big old Bubba.
Big old Bubba. He's like a comedian or something like that, doesn't he? Like he looked familiar to me.
He looked familiar adjacent. Just like that woman who looks a little bit like Blythe Danner in the new Google Gemini commercial, but it's not Blythe Danner because it's way too young. Have you seen this commercial?
Was it Gwyneth Paltrow?
It's not Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow would never do that to her hair. If she's got Blythe Danner's like curly chopped haircut, unless it's Blythe Danner AI.
Well, I'm just saying, like Gwyneth is her daughter, so maybe it's just we haven't seen Gwyneth in a while.
Gwyneth has not ever had that much personality.
I can't disagree.
The only time she's ever had personality is when she's defending Mario Batali.
Oh, I thought it was going to be on the stand when she was doing the testimony about her divorce. Most important role of her life.
Well, he meets everybody except for Allison. And he asks, where's the little one that everyone really likes? And we find out that Skip is a chauvinist because he talks to Anthony about, you need to watch out, all these women, you keep yourself safe. And Anthony's like, no, these ladies have treated me real nice, you know, white man, you better calm your tits.
He is a stand-up comic. I knew I wasn't crazy.
What's his name?
Blake Clark.
Okay, good for him.
I mean, he was popular then. Like, I don't mean now, but like when I saw him, I was like, I know this guy's voice and his face, but I don't know from where. Mm-hmm. But apparently, like, I guess so it must have been kind of a big deal when he was on the show.
Was he Ariana Grande popular or Cynthia Erivo popular?
I don't know.
Have you seen it yet?
No, still not yet.
I have.
Thoughts?
It's very long.
That is not the thought I wanted you to say.
Okay, I have some thoughts. You ready for my thoughts? I will give you some thoughts.
Okay.
They can I ruin anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. So, and I mean, this is coming out mid-January, so by that point, everybody will have seen it at least 3 times anyway.
It will already be on Peacock.
The practical effects are astounding. Like there's a scene where they do Dancing Through Life that there's rotating bookshelves. It looks so fucking good. And it's like real. And people are dancing in them. It looks great. Skip to the end. All 15, 20 minutes of Defying Gravity.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
Okay, it's actually about 7 to 10. They take pauses to look at everybody. They CGI Cynthia Erivo so it looks like Marvel. There's a scene where she's falling down, like after she grabs a broom and learns to fly, whatever. She's falling down, and there's an image of her as a kid in the building, and she reaches out, touches it, and like it's very Spider-Man. And it's me, and then she goes back up and like starts singing more, and then pans to everybody again, and like rather than cut the scene where it should have, where she's standing there in silhouette with the sun behind her and like just the full black everywhere, it then gets her on a broom zooming off. It's CGI. 2 hours and 45 minutes, I will say, of great effects to just shit all over it and marvelize it at the end. Although Ariana Grande, she's going to win an Oscar.
She's amazing.
She should win an Oscar for that.
Yeah, I heard she's absolutely amazing. By the way, we watched last night, even though this is coming out later, we watched It's a Wonderful Life. 'Cause we haven't watched it in a long time. Did you know that they have like replaced all the music with like strange Hallmark Channel sounding types of music?
Did you know that I can't stand It's a Wonderful Life? It is the
What?
most boring movie created.
Oh, I don't think so.
I know you don't. My husband doesn't. I do. I love Jimmy Stewart. Like, I find him compelling. It's so, and Donna Reed. I love Donna Reed.
You know how I feel about
I
that.
know. And like, she's great in it. Like, there are parts that I really like, or not really like, but parts I could tolerate. Mostly whenever Donna Reed's on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
It was very weird. Like the movie started, I had to stop it when it first got started because I looked over and I was like, something's off. Like I literally was like,
Yeah.
something. Because I've watched so many old movies that I'm so familiar with like how they sound
Mhm.
that as soon as the credits came up, I was like, what's happening here? Something is weird, and I can't put my finger on it. And then it kept going, and then there were these little like do 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 do, like all these weird interlude sound things.
Would
I
you
was
say
like,
something had changed within you? Something is not the same?
girl, I feel like that every time I poop.
Isn't that the truth?
Poops are amazing when you're in your 40s.
Kombucha helps. Well, Al shows up.
I don't have a problem with flow. It's not the flow, girl. My flow's fine.
Well, Allison's here.
Hey, girl.
And she falls for Skip immediately.
This part was weird with the close-ups. Very
He looks at her and goes,
strange.
"How do you like your steak?" And she's like, "Very rare. Very juicy." It goes on for a second. Carlene says, "I'm not sure, but I think somebody owes money to the cuss can."
It was weird, right?
I mean, I know I don't flirt
I felt
that
like
way.
it was almost like I felt like it was almost like a slight parody of soap operas
Probably.
because of the way that they were doing, like,
girl-
because I even felt like Allison's thing was a little soft focused and everything.
Or girl, you could also, be reading just too much into it, and this is bad writing.
That's true. Technically, that sounds more on brand.
Yeah, I know. So we're at Mary Jo's, and Skip is wearing a shirt that says "Real men don't eat quiche." I love quiche. I love frittata more than quiche because a quiche can sometimes go wrong. Like you have to be really good at making quiche for it to be. Like my husband makes an astounding quiche.
Sure he does.
But the like restaurants, I usually frittata good, quiche no, because quiche can sometimes be a little bit too overdone or underdone, or the crust is bad if there's a crust. Yeah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts
I
on
don't
quiche?
have a lot of quiche thoughts. I'm sorry. I want to contribute. I do, but I don't have a lot of quiche thoughts.
Do you like quiche?
No, they're fine.
Do you like eggs?
I like eggs, okay. I don't like eggs. So, like, my husband loves eggs.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I actually make him, like, breakfast frittatas, like, for the week.
Mhm.
He loves eggs.
Mhm.
I've never liked eggs to that extent, but, like, I'll have, like, an egg, right? Like, like when I have, like, when I've been frying up my liver mush, right? I'll have, like, a little egg on the side because it just tastes all good together.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, when people that love, like, quiches and frittatas and all these, like, very super duper, especially, and I just, again, may you sound culturally insensitive. I'm not trying to be, but those Japanese omelets where they take the egg and, like, cut it
tamago?
open, it's all, the one where it's like they do almost like they cook the egg, but then it's like they put it over rice, and when they slice it, it's still quite liquid and moist.
Yeah.
That
Under
for me
rice.
actually,
Yeah.
it feels like horrifying. Every time I ever see one of those videos,
So,
it feels horrifying to me.
There's a debate in my house about scrambled
Okay.
eggs.
Okay.
My husband likes the very small curd, constantly scrambled, very silky egg, and I like the American style little bit harder, like bigger curd. Yeah.
I think from being a kid, this will be America. You did this, by the way. I think being a kid of the '80s, since your husband is not quite a kid of the '80s, I think we were raised with such a paranoia about uncooked egg.
It's true. That's true too.
That I just it's so hard. My brain can't wrap it. My brain can't wrap it around.
I will eat a runny yolk in a second.
Well, runny yolk is like. I don't so much mind the runny yolk, but like the Japanese egg over rice thing, it feels like it's more than the yolk.
You're talking about where they take the hot rice, just crack the egg in and mix.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I've done that.
Yeah, I just
it cooks while you're doing it because the rice is still really hot.
I get that in theory. I get that in theory, but it's just there's just something about it just bothers me.
I understand. We find out Mary Jo doesn't like hunting, and they're going at 5 a.m. to go hunt.
Boo. Boo. Boo.
We also find out that Allison is very stimulated by the strong Bubba.
Same, girl. Same.
You thought he was hot.
No. Just what she said. Same, girl.
Carlene said, well, there's more than steaks cooking.
Mm-hmm. When she said strong, Bubba, I was like, oh, Club Cabaret.
Girl. None of them were strong.
Girl, a couple of them were strong. A couple of them, I mean, visibly, you can see that. A couple of them were strong.
Mm-hmm. Those were lesbians.
Ooh. I mean, I'm just going to leave it there.
So Mary Jo says that Allison's not his type. He likes a woman who can, get up and outdrink him and just puke and keep on going.
Those girls are fun.
Mm-hmm. We find out that Skip calls her Pippi. And Carlene loves that book, and Anthony doesn't know anything about it, but he does know a Pimpy Armstrong. I said Pimpy. He calls her Pippi, not Pimpy.
Pimpy.
Pimpy
Armstrong. And I mean, no, he said Pimpy.
He said Pippi. She said Pippi.
Yeah.
Pippi. Yeah, there you go.
Because I guess Mary Jo was a redhead.
Mary Jo is redheaded. Yeah, Mary Jo's redheaded.
Sometimes her hair doesn't look red to me.
It's considered auburn.
Oh, so it was probably much redder when she was a little kid, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well,
it's much brighter depending on who's doing her hair on set that day, too.
That's what I was talking about, consistency, girl.
Well, we're living in the time now of like frosted tip, lighter, bigger out of the outside hair. So, yeah.
I bet Pimpy Armstrong was a hoot.
I bet she was too, girl.
Like, as soon as Anthony said, I was like, I would love that sitcom.
Did you see the Pickles thing? Did I send you the Pickles thing?
The Pickles thing? I don't think so.
Okay, you get me have to go back to Instagram again, girl.
Has there ever been a sitcom about a pimp?
No.
I'm trying to think.
No, I did not. I didn't. Hold on just a second. Give me a second. I'm going to send it to you. Give me just a moment. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. Check your Instagram right now, girl. Check your Instagram right now and turn that music up.
Okay. There wasn't a sitcom, but there was a TV show.
Well, let's go. Come on now.
Called The Deuce. That was about pimps. Oh, it's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go over to here.
Uh-huh. Oh, God. I've given Maim some hints for what to do in drag.
Literally. Right now. Literally. Oh, my God. Yes, please.
Yep.
Yes.
Excuse me. I'm a little...
Phlegmy?
Yeah.
Ooh, pretty pickles.
Ooh, pretty pickles. So we find out that Mary Jo was not going to have a buck put in her freezer.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, Carlene talks about a story for Booger. somebody she used to date. And she was like, you can rent a freezer off site, put a buck in there. Back when they used to go on dates, they would like go and she'd pick out her piece of meat, and then he would take it home and cook it. She felt like a queen.
It'd be really cool if, like, in a weird, unusual shared universe, the booger she was referring to was the booger from Revenge of the Nerds.
Speaking of queens, here's Bernice dressed as
Everything.
Lady Bird Johnson,
Oh.
Miss America, Leona
Oh.
Helmsley.
Oh.
No, it's Queen Elizabeth II.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wish she had been dressed as Leona Helmsley.
I know, right?
That would have been that would have been everything.
Well, she says but or dang or something like that, and Carlene says we've got a cuss box now, and Bernice just says she'll run a tab. We found out that she is actually a lookalike at a car dealership right now.
Oh.
And the person playing Prince Charles looked a lot like Ted Koppel.
Which I was like, actually,
Yeah.
a couple in the like late 80s, early 90s, there was.
But he still had that. He still had that hair. He still
Oh,
always
that's
had
true.
that hair.
His face was more wide too,
Yeah.
whereas Charles's
Yeah.
was more long.
Yeah. She calls Skip a big old hunk of man. Yeah, whatever.
It was all right.
And she doesn't know. Like Anthony gives her a compliment, and she asks if he could call her manager because for some reason she pulled her dress over her head the night before, and she doesn't know why.
Yes.
We'll get a call back to that in a minute.
Yes, we will.
Well, they're the saddest burgers going all around to everybody on the driest bread.
Like, what barbecue has burgers that look like that? You know,
So
like
yeah.
no lettuce, no tomato, no like, just a burger on a bun.
He said steak, so why are we just doing burgers?
I was wondering that.
Like
myself.
if somebody promised me a steak, girl, I'm putting down
you
my
would be
pen.
real mad.
If
You would
somebody
be
promised me a big, juicy, rare steak, and somebody came to me with the saddest little cheeseburger that I get better at Waffle House. But you know what? A patty melt from Waffle House looked better than that.
Patty melt from Waffle House that would hit the spot right now.
Wouldn't it?
Oof.
Ooh, girl.
Right? Like you just put me through it for a moment.
Girl, is there a Waffle House near you whenever I come down in February?
There are Waffle Houses around. There's a couple, not a lot, but there are a couple.
Are they close? No.
No, there is one that's close. Yeah, there's one that's out west.
Is in a good part of town.
I mean, it's in a part of town. I mean, it depends, right? Do you want to be compared to my neighborhood? Probably not. Compared to other neighborhoods? Probably. Because there are worse neighborhoods.
Compared to Statesville.
Oh, well,
Compared to Southside Statesville.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right.
Okay.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay.
We won't be coming.
I mean, it's 24 hours. It's 24 hours.
Of course, they all are, girl. They all are.
How far is that from my? It's actually not that far. I mean, it's like not even like it's like maybe like 10, 15 minutes away.
So, Skip comes up to Mary Jo's. It says, "Hey, you need to change our lunch reservation that Quentin and I had tomorrow from 2 to 3 because Allison's going with us."
Gross, Allison. Infringing on this
Mhm.
wonderful time with an uncle and his nephew.
Well, we're hunting now. Yeah. And everyone's gone.
Have you ever been hunting?
No. No.
I mean, I don't know.
No. Nobody in my family does it. Nobody.
Oh, I've been hunting, so that's why I was asking the question.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I don't know.
nobody.
I went before. It's not I don't understand it, even especially now that when I as a kid
Mhm.
doing it, because it really is just kind of like standing around.
Yeah.
In like kind of cool weather, because nobody does it in the summer. Like,
Yeah.
you're just standing and we're like waiting for something that never happens. At least in my trip, and nothing happened. So,
Well,
I was
girl.
like, okay, well, that was a waste of time.
If you hadn't been singing Gypsy at the top of your lungs, maybe something would have happened.
Ma'am, it wasn't Gypsy. It was the Chorus Line soundtrack. So let's
One
get it correct.
singular sensation.
Get it correct. I was 7. That was Chorus Line years.
Girl, could you
That's
see
Chorus
you,
Line years,
like,
girl.
with your arms around the trees, one
And it wasn't that one. It was What I Did for Love.
Oh.
It wasn't it was the ballad.
Oh, God. Or the cell block tango in between the trees.
I didn't see Chicago yet. I hadn't saw Chicago at that point. By the way, when my brother did come to visit, strangely enough, that's the song. What I Did for Love is the song he chose to do at karaoke. And I just sat there like, wait a minute. What's happening right now? What's happening right now?
Does your brother have a good voice?
He's got a voice. We have a very different singing voice, though. He's like two octaves below me.
Well, yeah, that I could figure, girl, because
So it's like, it's different. Like, he can sing. Like, it's different, though. Like,
Papa
okay.
sing bass, Papa sing tenor.
I'll say this in like, because this is the difference, right? He can sing, but you've been around me. Like, I perform, he can sing.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha,
it's like
gotcha.
that kind of thing. Like, my mom's the same way, right? She can sing, but my mom wouldn't, like, you could never be like, go out and perform. Like, she wouldn't be like over the top and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
You mean if you gave her a handkerchief and a big hat?
She's not that kind. Like, I used to try to coach her too, like when I was a teenager. Because you know, me and my mother have a similar voice, but my mother's a woman, so her voice is a little bit lower. She's an alto. And they used to have her and my dad, they used to sing a duet.
Mm-hmm.
And every year, like the church always, like when they sang this song, I think it was "Oh Holy Night," and they love when they sang together. But my mom's not a performer, so every year, like for a week prior to the show, I'll be trying to like get her hyped up, and like I could hear her in the like living room kind of practicing a little bit, but you know, it's just not, wasn't her. Like, that's just not her.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah, she could sing it. It's just not like, you know, she wasn't falling out the floor and doing some, you know, doing some like vocal runs and all of this stuff. Like, she would be hitting the notes like she's supposed to and doing that, right? That's how she would be doing that
Vocal
stuff.
runs and "Oh Holy Night, Lord." Could you imagine? I can't.
Girl, black folks can put vocal runs in every song you can think of.
I know.
You've heard Patti LaBelle do the ABC. You've heard it. Where are my backup singers? You've heard it.
Well,
Somebody did that at karaoke.
Everybody is at hunting because Skip is very irresponsible around women. He once stole an elf from a Santa thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
like, and did stuff with her?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Lord. Getting his little Turkish delight.
We find out that Bernice wanted Skip, but because, you know, she's got a tiara and she's ready to go. And when asked about the tiara, she's wearing because it helps with her circulation or atrial flow problems. Been coming back a little bit recently.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a problem.
Yeah. And like she has a couple things to say and she goes through them. And the third one she thought was a song, but she doesn't remember what it was.
She doesn't. Not yet.
Well, Mary Jo grabs her gun and she's like, I don't have a license or anything. And all of a sudden Bernice goes, black man, where have you gone to? Black man, where did you go?
And so we start a new joke on the show. The inaugural first singing of Black Man.
And Anthony's like, where did that come from? She's like, it's a gift.
It's a gift to us all, Bernice. To us all.
So Mary Jo starts looking around with her binoculars, girl,
Mm-hmm.
and she looks up, and oh,
what?
she sees Skip and Allison at a deer stand. Oh, they're in a
what?
deer stand together.
You better stop.
I better not.
Doing what? Get nasty. They get nasty up in the
Well,
deer
Carlene
stand.
looks at it and it's like, well, you know, that deer stand looks a little unstable.
As they are.
And Bernice then starts watching, says, oh, yeah, this looks familiar. I may have done this before with the manager of the car wash. I think I know why I was fired.
You better get it, Bernice.
You get it, girl. You get
Talk
it.
about, Bernice was the advocate a long time ago for seniors that were still sexually active.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true.
Good on you, Bernice. Good on you.
Well, Quentin, who I did not know was asleep right there this whole time. Did you?
They mentioned it earlier in that scene.
But did you remember when he woke up that he was be there?
Yes, because they
Okay.
mentioned it just earlier in the scene. It's not a long scene.
I mean, here's the thing. Me as a kid, in the middle of the woods with all those people talking really loudly, would you be awake?
Me
Okay. Would a
versus
normal-
you.
Me, I'd be awake. I'd be wide awake.
I was about to say, I have slept through fire alarms before.
I'd
So
be there sleeping with my cup of coffee going, why are we here?
yeah, no. At 5 a.m. too? Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not.
Well, it's probably 7 or 8 by that point because they got up at 5.
Like, dear listeners, I'm such a deep sleeper that in preschool, they used to get me up, get my clothes on, put me in the car. I'd fall back asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember, like, I went to preschool at your church,
Yeah.
so it wasn't that far from my house.
No, it was not.
I would fall asleep on the way there. My cousin, who used to help my mom, would pick me up, take me in there asleep, lay me down on the cot, and then I'd wake up a little bit later. I didn't wake up the whole time. I've always been like this my whole life.
But it's hard as hell for her to get to sleep.
Yes, so hard. It's awful.
But once she's there,
Once I'm there, girl, I'm dead. I'm dead, girl.
how many alarm clocks do you need?
I think I have like 4 on my phone.
Okay.
Like 4 that go off. Yeah.
Okay.
Because usually the first couple I don't remember turning off.
God. Do you run late to work?
No, because of all the alarm clocks I have set.
And you don't have to shower or anything before you can roll out and
I always shower at night because it's
Yeah.
just like morning. The problem is that when in high school, when I tried that method, I would sit down and fall asleep in the shower. My mom would come knocking on the door because she knew if I was in there
Uh-huh.
too long, I'd fallen asleep in the shower. It's terrible. Like, I tell people, like, I joke about it, but it actually is like, it's terrible because your body takes so long to wake up. I hate it.
Well, Mary Jo or Quentin asks where Skip is, and she's like, he's testing his equipment. And Quentin thought he heard his gun go off.
And Anthony made a very kind of dirty joke.
And well, Mary Jo sees she picks up the gun, she sees a deer, and she kills it.
What?
Yeah.
I thought that was a clever way of doing that, but also not realistic at all.
No. We're back at Sugar Bakers.
Sugar Bakers.
Carlene asks where Allison is. Allison comes in all chipper. And everyone just sort of stares at her, girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Allison says, or Mary Jo calls her Ms. Wood Slut.
Which I was like, this seems very regressive.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty harsh term on this show to like call somebody that.
Well, Allison just feels her sexuality
Are you okay,
burgeoning.
girl?
My sexuality is burgeoning.
Oh, is that what I thought? You had a rash.
You know I'm coming down in February, right? Have you already asked for your time off?
No.
Do you need to?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
Remind me of the dates again so I can go ahead and do that. Because I forgot, girl. And I didn't forget you were coming, but I just forgot. And the good part too is that we're not doing any of our what do you call it, the live events. After we have one more in January, so we're not going to do another one until after tax season. So that won't cause a problem either.
I think that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. February.
Girl.
What?
It's gonna be it, honey.
It's gonna be it, girl.
It's gonna be it. We gonna get crazy.
We gonna get crazy. You gonna fall asleep in the back of an Uber?
I am, honey, just to prevent myself from throwing.
But this time, I'm gonna make sure we drop your ass off first.
Yeah, so you don't have a freak out because I don't get back to you that I got dropped off.
Girl, it wasn't just that. It was they didn't end the ride. Like it.
No, I know it was multiple reasons. I'm not just saying it was that one thing.
Like it was
a comedy of errors.
And I was watching them. It didn't look like it even went to your house. Like it was.
Y'all, just so y'all all hear this, right? For the public record for everybody. Even though this hoochie always gives me so much crap and acts like she can't stand me, she was not okay when she thought something happened to me. She almost got in another Uber and had a little car chase because she was having a moment.
You know, that would have been the easiest thing to do instead of texting your man at 5 o'clock in the morning to run off the house.
Just, call the Uber and be like, did you finish the thing?
Oh, I did. I put in the emergency alert thing in Uber.
My poor husband, too. He gets up, comes in the living room like, what is happening? What's wrong with this bitch?
Oh God! Look,
I told him the next morning. I said, "Look, we were toasted." I said we were having a good time and we were toasted.
And look, that car looked like it went not to your house, but straight over to Lauderhill. And then bleeped off. You did not
want me to get dropped off.
I'm like,
you were like, because we already went to Lauderhill one time. You were like, I don't know, because we went to go get those rotis. You were like, absolutely not. Oh no, don't drop this drunk ass off in Lauderhill, girl.
He's gonna find his way there, and they are gonna
die. He gonna die.
Now do you see my concern?
He gonna die. I'm about to go put some flowers up in Lauderhill every year when I come to visit without him.
Because I still need to know exactly how that heart is attached.
Oh.
Where are we at here?
I forgot. Oh, the brother's back. The brother's coming to say goodbye.
Yeah. So Mary Jo tells Allison off and just throws money into the jar. And Allison's like, well, it wasn't us up in that tree. And storms off.
I don't believe her.
Well,
because otherwise, why would she be so tripper? Because she ain't never tripper like that.
A little bit later on, Mary Jo, Skip says bye. Mary Jo says bye. And Skip's like,
this part was a little sweet. It was sweet.
It was. He's like, I don't do any of this stuff to hurt you. Like, you went to college. I sell office equipment. Like, you do all of this stuff, and I'm proud of you, but, and I don't do any of this to hurt you.
I'm just a bubba.
He made up to Quentin by giving him $50.
Girl, if a family relation gave me $50 in the 90s, I would have been over the moon.
And Mary Jo was like, I just want you to grow up because mommy and daddy won't be here very much longer. And I got this other sister who we didn't know about, and you.
Our parents are going to die soon. The end.
do, 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 do. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia Wild?
You already know what I'm going to say. Exactly.
It's the Queen of England
You
herself.
already know. Because she looked good.
She looked good.
Looked stupid, but she looked good.
So, did you like this episode?
I kind of liked it. When she called her a slut, though, there was something that like shifted inside me. I was like, this was because it had been so funny up until then, right? And I was like, I don't find that to be funny. So I was just like, God, that was a turn. You know, that like I get it. She did something with your brother, but like there are a lot of terms you could have used, even funnier terms, harlot or something like that. That's like, guys, this is not.
So something I noticed at the end of this, and I didn't have enough time to do research for this.
Jace.
Linda Ludworth Thompson is not listed as the executive producer at the end now.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think she's just a writer now. I think she gave up production and is only a writer.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
unless her name's at the very beginning of the episode and I missed it because I always fast forward through that.
Yeah.
Because, Ray Charles singing his 2 seconds of Georgia.
Yeah. This is the longer version today, too, on this one. This particular one that Hulu had attached. It was the longer version of Georgia.
If you have not watched it yet, it's the yearly Michael Che and Colin Jost, they write jokes for each other.
Okay.
Have you watched it? You've watched those before, right?
No.
Oh, so on Weekend Update.
I haven't watched SNL in many years.
I understand. Well, you may want to watch this episode. It's Martin Short. I know you love him.
This week?
Yeah, he reached Five Timers Club.
I know you don't like him.
No,
I don't know why I like him so much. I have no idea why I like him so much. I just love him.
Because he's not funny. Like, that's why I don't like him. But
I think everything he says to me is funny. Like when he did give me a C, a bouncy C. I can't even. I played in my head like start instantly laughing.
I don't mind him. Actually, he's my least favorite part of SCTV too. Like
oh, I remember. Yeah.
You
liked him. You even liked him less. You liked him less than Dave, and I didn't think Dave.
Oh, I thought Dave was. I think Dave's funny.
I didn't think that one was funny.
Like
he was my least favorite. He was my least favorite part of SCTV. I was just like, eh.
I mean, it's really so in my mind. There lives Martin Short and Dana Carvey in the same space,
which is so funny.
And Dana Carvey is so much more talented than Martin Short and so much funnier than Martin Short. Like it's embarrassing how much better Dana Carvey is than Martin Short.
I was just thinking about the Ed Grimley show, that cartoon show they had on for a while.
It was so bad.
It was bad. Now, it's funny, too, because like Ed Grimley is like my least favorite of his characters. Like, I always like better. My favorite Martin Short was when he would play other celebrities. Like, his celebrity impersonations to me were always very funny. But like,
how do you feel about Jiminy Glick?
I didn't hate it, but like, I think I liked the Jiminy Glick. I liked the Jiminy Glick character as he was interviewing people. I wasn't as much of a fan like the rest of the show, parts of the show.
Let me just tell you. Let me just put something in perspective for you. For Ed Grimley and the rest of the show of Jiminy Glick, you've just talked about over 50% of that man's career.
That's not true.
Okay, I'm sorry, 40%.
That's also not true. Martin Short had a great film career in the 80s and 90s.
Great.
Some of his movies were great.
Like what?
Like the Interspace or whatever, where like Dennis Quaid has to get.
Wasn't that Rick Moranis?
Nope, that was Martin Short.
And it wasn't Dennis Quaid, was it?
Yes, it was. They shrunk Dennis Quaid down, so he had to go inside of Martin Short. It's one of my all-time favorite movies from that time period.
Okay. I enjoyed that movie. I didn't like Martin Short in it. I liked
There
everyone
was that
around.
one. There was the other movie that he did with Danny Glover that I loved a lot. I can't remember the name of it though, but like he's like Danny Glover's like protecting Martin Short or something like that. It was
Pure luck.
yeah, like Martin Short is he has like almost like a super power of having bad luck. So just like all of these things happen to him. Yeah.
Oh my God. You are one of the few people who like that movie.
Like I said, I know that Martin Short is not for everybody, right? Like I know that, but for whatever reason it is, there's something about
there's a
him.
Vulture article that I love that's like, why does everybody like Martin Short? Here's why I
know.
don't. It's
That
great.
author got savaged too.
Huh?
People got really mad about that article.
I know. I felt 100% vindicated.
I didn't realize he had a Tony Award.
Well, May, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you? Because we've already babbled for an hour on this podcast. That's too long.
Hello, listeners. Yeah, you can find me hosting karaoke around Miami Beach Mondays at The Gathering and Thursdays at Killy Rydell. Anything else that I might be doing in the future, you can find it at I'mYourAuntieMaim.com. How about you, Mims?
Hey, all in the Divine Mims. You can find me online at thedivineMims.com. Hey, Maim.
Jace?
Patreon. Patreon.com. Mims of Maim. Maim.
Yes.
Another podcast, You Slay Me, Murder, She Wrote. Maim.
That too. Yeah.
Website where you can find out about things, mimsmaim.com. Maim.
Yes.
You know what I love?
5-star reviews.
That's right, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that our dear listeners can reach out to us?
What?
That's right. They says that email at mimsandmaim@gmail.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to add?
Happy January, everybody.
Happy January, everybody. Say goodnight, Maim.
Good night, babe.
Bye, y'all.